In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best Galaxy Opal cards right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 50-ish of the best Galaxy Opal cards right now in this game. But I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below what Galaxy Opals are your guys' favorite, and let me know what Galaxy Opals you guys are currently rocking on your squad, and of course let me know what you guys would change about my Galaxy Opal tier list. But looking at the first Opal is going to be Galaxy Opal LeBron, and I think this card has to still be in the S tier category. I think because of his size at the small forward position and just his versatility, being able to still guard point guards, still guard taller power forwards, and be an all-around beast on the defensive end. I really like this card defensively. I think he's still a great slasher, one of the best in the game, and the only difference really between Galaxy Opal LeBron and the Dark Matter version is really just the jump shot being on very quick for the Dark Matter LeBron compared to the Galaxy Opal only having his release on normal timing. But besides that, they are very similar cards, and that Dark Matter LeBron is still easily a top 10 small forward in this game. But I do think for the Galaxy Opal, you got to give him that respect and put him in the S tier category. I would say Kareem, just because of his size at the power forward position, his defense and his rebounding still probably allows him to be an A tier card. You know, when we're talking about the best Galaxy Opals, the only flaw about this card is really his jump shot and the low 3-ball rating. But if you can get past that, if you can agree with his jump shot, I do think he's still one of the better Galaxy Opals. I would say Opal Giannis is just like LeBron, very similar to the Dark Matter card, and maybe these cards are more worth it because, you know, the Dark Matters, they go from million, 1.5, like they go from millions and millions of MT, but the Galaxy Opals are only like 3 to 500k depending when you can pick them up on the auction house, and they're very similar to their Dark Matter cards. Yeah, their jump shots are a little bit slower, you know, maybe their stats aren't as good, but they're very similar, and I think Galaxy Opal Giannis is still one of the best Opal cards in this entire game, and I do think he's going to be in that S tier category. Dorian Finney-Smith, one of the new Galaxy Opals, I don't know if he's D tier, but I don't think this card's very good. There's a lot better Galaxy Opals in my personal opinion at the small forward position. He's 6'8" at the 3, 7-foot wingspan, but they only gave this card a 78 steal and a 75 block, which is super disappointing for Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, in real life, he's one of the best defenders in the world. You know, why does he have that low stats on the defensive end? So I think, honestly, it might sound crazy to say, but I think DFS is actually going to be in that C tier category. Looking at Dino, I think Dino is probably one of the best Opals in this game. I would say he's much better than Kareem at the power forward position. So I'd say Dino is probably S tier. Like, he's 6'11" at power forward, 7'3" wingspan, really good defensive card. He's a great slasher. I mean, Dino is always a great card in my team. I really like his jump shot this year, especially with that D-Mitch base, PJ Tucker upper on quick timing. So I do like Dino. I'd probably put him in that S tier category. Will Chamberlain is just another Kareem. I think he's probably going to be an A. Again, both of these cards don't have high 3 balls, don't have great jump shots, but like Wilt's got an 8-foot wingspan, 7'1", can play center power forward. He's an insane defender. His rebounding is pretty much like no other card in this game. He gets such good rebounding animations, but yes, he only has a 63 ball. He doesn't have a good jump shot, so it is a big concern when you're talking about Wilt Chamberlain. But I still do think the other thing he does super well is the rebounding and the defense does make up for the lack of offense and the lack of jump shot. So I do think Galaxy Opal Wilt is still going to be in that A tier category. Now I will say AK to me is probably B tier. He's a really good defensive card for sure. He's great defensively on the perimeter, and he can guard interior defense. He can guard on the interior as well. But the thing about this card is his jump shot is just super inconsistent for me, and I'm not a big fan of his jump shot. He has very little shot creation. He has very little slashing. But I do think AK is a great Galaxy Opal, but I don't know if I can put him any higher than B tier. Talking about Galaxy Opal D-Rob, I think you probably also put this card in A. I think he's a very good Galaxy Opal, maybe a bit underrated till this day. Like, I think he's still really good at the center position. He's 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, really good defender. He's got good strength, good vertical, good speed. His jump shot is only on normal timing, but I still do like his jump shot. And I personally would still put David Robinson in that A tier when we're talking about the best Galaxy Opals. Opal Wilt, Opal Wemby, we all know that's going to be in the S tier category. Easily the best Galaxy Opal in this game, and I don't know what card's ever going to be better at the Galaxy Opal tier than Wemby, because he's 7'4" at center, 7'8" wingspan. This card is ridiculous because of the jump shot he has and the speed he has, 85 speed, 85 agility. Like, this card is seriously amazing. He is obviously the best Galaxy Opal in this game, easily going to be in the S tier category. Manute Bol, I think is probably like C to B, and the reason because of that is because of the speed. Now, when you look at this card, and maybe you don't look at the speed right away, this card looks like one of the best cards in this game. He's 7'6" at center, 8'6" wingspan. He's got an 82-3, really good defense, really good inside scoring, really good rebounding, but he only has 57 speed and 57 agility. with a horrible jump shot. So I don't know if I could even put this card in B tier. I think I kind of have to because of his size. Like 8'6" wingspan is ridiculous. Like that is unbelievably long. And his defense is insane. He's still one of the best like paint scorers in this entire game. So I'd probably leave him in B tier for now, but I could understand maybe dropping him down to C tier just because of the, the lack of speed and also the lack of a jump shot. I would say Galaxy Opal, Jonathan Isaac is probably A tier. I don't think he's S just because his jump shot isn't the best in the world, but he is such a good defender. Like 6'10" at small forward, 7'2" wingspan. The defense is seriously insane. Like he's one of the best defending cards in this entire game. But like I mentioned, that jump shot, it's just not the best jump shot in the world. It's kind of inconsistent at times, but I do think Jonathan Isaac is still a really good Galaxy Opal card. Definitely going to have him in the A tier category. Galaxy Opal Yao, I think is probably also A. I don't know if I could put him in S. I think he's very close to that conversation. I think he's a very good Galaxy Opal. He's 7'6". I do like him more than Minutes because of the speed and also having a better jump shot. I think he's a better center card than Minute Bull, but I don't know if he's as good as Wemby or as good as some of these Galaxy Opals in S tier. Talking about Bronny James, honestly, he might be one of the worst Galaxy Opals on this list, and he's not really that bad of a card, but I think Bronny's probably going to be in that D tier category. As much as I do like Bronny and LeBron and all that type of stuff, but he's 6'3" at point guard, 6'7" wingspan. I just do not like his jump shot, and I think his dribble sigs are okay, but nothing special. So I do think because of his jump shot for me and also being an undersized point guard, he's going to have to be in that D tier category. I would say Galaxy Opal Yi is probably in like B or C. He still is a good offensive card. It's just defensively, this card is very lackluster. Like he's a 7-foot power forward, which is nice, 7'4" wingspan. The defense just isn't insane. Only 85 speed, 85 agility. He does have a decent jump shot. I would say he's probably in like that low B to maybe high C tier category. Antoine Jameson, I would say is a good B tier. I think you can maybe have him a little bit higher. He's really good for his price. And I really do like this card at the small forward position. I think he's got a really good jump shot. He's 6'9" at small forward, 7'4" wingspan. Really do like this release. I think he's got solid dribble sigs. He's a good defender across the board. I do think Antoine Jameson is actually going to be maybe in the A tier category, but I would say probably B tier for now. Paulo Banchero, also B tier. Like he's a good all-around small forward, but I just do think there's better small forwards at the Galaxy Opal tier. Lauri Markkanen, I like this card, but I'm not a huge fan of him. Like I do think he's solid, but I'm not on the crazy Lauri Markkanen hype train like a lot of people are. I know he's 7 foot at small forward. He's got that height. He's got that size at the small forward position, but I just don't really like his jump shot. And I think he's very limited on the offensive end. And he's also not like an insanely good defender. Zach LaVine, I would say is probably also B tier. I absolutely love that card in the No Money Spent account. If you guys have been watching that series, he's been absolutely cooking for us. He is so good offensively. Really like his jump shot and is still an elite level slasher. I think Bob McAdoo probably also in that B tier category. He's a bit undersized at power forward, but he is really good defensively. I love that card all the way around. Cade probably also B. Maybe you could argue Cade in the A tier category. I'm not a huge fan of this Cade card, but I do think he's still very good. He's 6'6" at point guard, 7-foot wingspan, really good player model. The stats for me defensively just kind of don't do it. And his jump shot really isn't the greatest in the world. So for me personally, I'm going to put Cade in that B tier category. And I think Paul George is probably A. I still think he's an A tier Galaxy Opal. He's really good at that shooting guard position. He's great defensively. He's a great slasher, has a good jump shot. I do still really like that Galaxy Opal Paul George card. I would say Jordan Poole is probably alongside Bronny in that D tier category. I think Joakim Noah is definitely going to be an A. You can maybe even argue S. Like I think Joakim Noah is seriously that good at power forward. I do like Dino Raja a little bit more, but I think both those cards are very elite at power forward. 6'11" at the 4, 7'1" wingspan, amazing defensive card. Actually does have a really quick jump shot, and especially if you count the boost with Corey Brewer, it does make Joakim Noah turn into a dark matter and even better of a card, getting those extra 8 Hall of Fame badges. But just as a base Galaxy Opal, I do think Joakim Noah is going to be in that A tier category. Talking about Jamal Mashburn, this card's actually really good. I would say probably a solid B tier. J Rich, I would say, is probably either really high B tier or low A, but I'll go low A tier for J Rich. He's still really good offensively, like his jump shot, and really good slashing card. Rudy Gay, I think you kind of have to go A tier as well. I would take Rudy Gay over Paulo. I would take Rudy Gay over Lauri Markkanen, over Jamal Mashburn, over AK, over Antoine Jameson. I think it will put Antoine Jameson actually in A tier though, because I do think he's kind of a step above some of the other small forwards in B. I would say Hedo Turkoglu is honestly probably C tier. Not a huge fan of that Hedo Turkoglu card. Chris Mullen, I'd say, is probably also C tier. Just kind of a mediocre shooting guard. I think Vlade Divac is still really good at power forward. Can also play center as well very nicely. So I will put Vlade Divac in that B tier category. I think Vucevic is also pretty good. I'd put him in B tier. He's got a good jump shot. High 3-ball rating. He's a good stretch 4. Tyler Hansbrough I would say easy S tier, or sorry, easy A tier. He's a really good small forward. I like his jump shot. He's good defensively, very well-rounded card. I do think he's still going to be an A tier, though. I don't know if I could put him in S. Rudy Gobert, he's also going to be an A tier. I mean, he's basically just another Wilt, another Kareem. Insane defenders, really good rebounders, have those size, and that crazy long wingspans at the center position. Just don't have high 3-ball ratings or a good jump shot. Talking about Shane Battier, not a huge fan of this card. Honestly, gonna have Shane Battier in the C tier category. Devin Vassell, I think probably could go in D or C, to be honest. I'm probably gonna go D tier for Devin Vassell. I think Carlos Boozer, to me personally, now this might be a little bit crazy, some people might not agree with this, but I think Carlos Boozer is an S tier Galaxy Opal. I absolutely love that card. That might just be personal preference, but I absolutely love Carlos Boozer. I think he's got an insanely good jump shot, and I really like his defense at the small forward position. Talking about OG Anunoby, I would say another C tier card. He's definitely a good shooting guard, really good defender, but does lack a bit of a jump shot in my personal opinion. Alex Caruso, easy A tier. I mean, he might be the best Galaxy Opal point guard in this game, unless there's anybody I'm missing, but Caruso is really good defensively. I like his jump shot, a really good slashing point guard. I would say Drazen is probably C tier. Like, I do like this card jump shot wise, but he is undersized, only 6'5" at the shooting guard position. I would say Karl Malone at this point is probably C tier as well. I think Kenyon Martin's probably also C tier, but he's underrated at the small forward position. I would say Jaren Jackson Jr. still an A tier Galaxy Opal. Triple J still really good defensively, has a good jump shot on quick timing, and I think he's still one of the better power forwards in this game. David West, I would say C tier. He's solid at the small forward position. Kuzma, I would say, is probably also in that C tier category, maybe a little bit towards the top. RJ Barrett, I would say, is in D tier. Honestly, not a huge fan of that card. I would say Anthony Davis is in C tier. I would say Kyle Korver is probably in B tier. He is 6'7", has a good jump shot, has a little bit more size than like a Drazen Petrovic. I do think he's slightly better of a shooting guard card. I think Tony Allen, because of his size, does have to be in D tier. I think Gilbert Arenas is going to be in C. I think he's a better point guard than Jordan Poole and Bronny James because of that jump shot. Ricky Davis, maybe you could argue S, but I'll probably say A tier for Ricky Davis. Really good jump shot on that card. He's a great slasher, but one of the best catch and shoot jump shots in this entire game. DeJounte Murray, really good. I would say he's on that same level as Caruso. Now he's overpriced like crazy and he's super rare because of those heroic super packs, but I do think he's still going to be in that A tier category alongside Caruso. Jared Wallace, I think you can make an argument for A. I think he's a better AK-47. He's a really good defender, but has a better jump shot than AK. I would say Sabonis is probably C tier, and then I'd say Juan Dixon is going to be up there with guys like Caruso. He might be honestly an S. I'm going to keep him in A tier for now. I wanted to only have like 5 cards in S. In my opinion, these are the 5 best Galaxy Opals in the game, but a lot of these guys in A tier, I could definitely see people considering an S tier Galaxy Opal card, like Tyler Hansbrough. I know people really love that card. Maybe a Juan Dixon, maybe a Jaren Jackson Jr., but kind of wanted to only have the top 5 Opals in my personal opinion in the S tier category. But just going to quickly scroll through the tier list here. You guys can pause it. Let me know what you guys do think about all of the Opals that I did rank, and let me know what you guys would change about it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.